Sorry, I was daydreaming again. I do that every now and then. Sean, did you see the hate fight? You into your boxing?
Yeah, a little bit. I think all the England boys were in camp at the time, and they were all like revved up about watching this fight. And then I think they were pretty disappointed what happened the next day. So we'll all tune in and watch Tyson, and hopefully it goes well.
And where was it? The Wembley Arena, isn't it?
Wembley Arena, 23rd of this month on Saturday. Live on Channel 5. Tickets are selling fast, but still available at Wembley box office.
Fantastic. Cole, you a boxing fan?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, definitely. I watched the fight the other week with Hay. Back in the 90s, used to go to quite a lot of the fights. I had the same sponsor at the time as Nigel Benn, No Fear and stuff. And I got invited to quite a few of the fights. Went to the Eubank one, and I think the one where he fought the Irish lad, but Collins it was, wasn't it? Yeah, I was a big fan of boxing, still am.
And like you Kath, you fight fan? Because you're mixed with the boxers, weren't you? Olympics, likes of Amir Khan and people.
Yeah, absolutely. Amir Khan and Audley Harrison was probably the first one that was the sort of became the celebrity boxer as such, and David Hay and the like. Yeah, and it's great. It's great to see it at the Olympics and it becoming, it's often the start of a lot of people's career when they go into professional from there, whether or not they're successful afterwards. But I have a lot of respect for it as a sport.
And if you ever trash talks in the boats?
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
yeah, all the time. No, I mean, a bit similar to what the guys were saying. A lot of the time, some of our opposition do it more on websites, or there's obviously loads of social media and stuff they can do it on now. And for me, it really does just add fuel to the fire for me. So I don't often do it, but I actually quite like when the opposition does it, because it just adds a little bit more motivation.
Does it show a weakness?
I don't think it shows a weakness. Sometimes it does, but it shows. For me, it's about I kind of do my talking on the water, and I quite like if someone has to pick themselves up off it, and then you can come and crush them. That's the fun part. But yeah, it's rowing's relatively a small world, so we do know the opposition pretty well, and it's one of those sports where you can be really quite friendly off the water. You don't need to have that sort of aggression side, but when it comes to water, then nobody's your friend.
And Tyson, on Saturday night, how do you go about preparing for this fight? What's your routine on Saturday?
On Saturday, all the work's been done already, so all the training's already done. I just do quite a bit of praying, read the Bible a bit, and it's in God's hands anyway, because I'm a big believer in God, and what's meant to be will be. If I'm meant to be the British and Commonwealth champion and I'm meant to unify the heavyweight division, I will do. And it's not because if I lose, it won't be because I've not done enough training or ate right or drunk right or had the right vitamins or whatever. It's just because it's not my destiny. But I do believe it is. I'm going to go Saturday night, win this fight, and then unify the heavyweight division.
And then in the dressing room beforehand, you just be chilled out, reading?
Maybe not reading, no. I'll just be chilling out, really, chatting, going over tactics with my trainer, and just basically taking it easy, getting mentally prepared for the fight. I do believe boxing is 90% mental rather than fitness and tactics. Obviously, tactics and fitness are all a key, but not many boxers go into a ring unprepared. So they're all going to be fit, and it's not about who can run the farthest or who's the strongest, or else weightlifters would be heavyweight champions of the world. It's about tactics and brains and being mentally strong. Sometimes you can go in a fight and you can train as hard as you want, and after 4 or 5 rounds you'll be tired. You think, I'm tired. But it's just in your mind, and you get it out of your mind and you're not tired anymore.
Yeah. And what's it like walking in? What are you feeling on your entrance?
I just, it's electrifying, really. I love all the boxing. I don't get nervous. I'm not a nervous person or anything. I don't get tense, so it's just home for me. Walking out in front of the fans and putting on a show, my time to shine. I love it. All the focus is on me, and I just want to put on a great show for everyone who's came or everyone who's watching. So it's about entertainment for me. Show business, baby.
What you walking into? What's the tune?
I might come into a U2 song.
Yeah, which one have you? Is it Under Wraps?
I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And is it true you've had it remixed?
I've had it remixed by DJ Spoonie.
By DJ Spoonie?
Doesn't get more showbiz than Spoonie. Ooh. Tell you, more entertainment.
Hey, but Sean, you're a DJ, you do a bit of DJing?
Yeah, I do actually, and I enjoy it really, so maybe I could do a little mix for you.
Yeah? Maybe.
What sort of stuff?
Oh, no, I'm into like commercial stuff, R&B, hip-hop, but I love like old stuff as well. 80s, Michael Jackson, like mixing old stuff into new stuff, Jay-Z, stuff like that, Kanye West, so...
So would you do remix, huh?
I can do a mix, yeah.
There you go.
I can sing it for you.
Oh, that's even better.
Is that funny, actually?
Is that how you met your wife? Because your wife was a dancer, wasn't she?
Yeah, my wife is a dancer actually, and when we first came over here to England, she entered a competition a few years back now, because we've got 3 kids now, so she's out of the game. But she went on to to win the judge's choice, and she got like a year's contract with Vibe Studs Agency in London, and she got to perform at like the Brit Awards and that with people like Gwen Stefani, and it was kind of cool actually. Yeah, she got to do her own thing, and you know, she got to do backup dancing with Jerry Halliwell and stuff like that in New Zealand, like Shaggy, the artist.
Shaggy?
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
You mean, well,
that wasn't preferred. That's how we weren't just waiting for you to say Shaggy, then we could play it. Go. Have you met him?
I haven't, but she has and all that, and yeah, I heard he's a bit of a ladies' man, so.
Is he?
Yeah.
What about you, Carl? Before you get on the bike, bit of music?
Not really, to be honest. No, but I was a massive Oasis fan, so I always like listening to their stuff, but never really before a race, to be honest. It'd always be after a race when we'd party and stuff like that, but big sort of band fan, like, you know, Stereophonics, that kind of stuff for me, yeah.
So how would you prepare before you get on this bike that goes 200 mile an hour? What would you do?
It was pretty basic for me, really. I was just that confident myself and my ability that it was just a case of, you know, waiting for that time to come, get on the bike, and make sure we'd done all the work on the Friday and Saturday. If we'd done everything right on Friday and Saturday, then as far as I'm concerned, on Sunday, no one was going to beat me. You know, we made sure to get the right setup, the right tyre, and that was it. And just, you know, there's no secret to it. I just believed in myself so much better than, you know, I was so much better than the other guys, and just went out. And
so do you kind of go with Tyson's view about the mentality is 90% of it?
Oh, definitely, absolutely. Even maybe 95% of it, to be honest. I think you can relate more to somebody like Tyson, who's, you know, in an individual sport more than like a team sport, because you know where to hide on your own. If I don't feel well that day, I've lost the race at the first corner, and the same for him. You know, once that bell goes, he's got to be 100% right. Whereas someone like Freddie, you can go out on the beer at the 94, mate, and probably still hide the day after.
Don't believe everything you read. But the difference is that with cricket, though, is you know, if I had a bad day, I bowl a few bad balls.
You can still win, though. You know.
But they go out leg side, or I might get out. But with the likes of you, Tyson, Carl, and you, Shantae, if you have a bad day, you can get seriously hurt.
Definitely.
Bad day in the office for me, game over.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And does that play on your mind, or?
To be honest, it's about performance in my sport, so it's probably about performance in all sports, but especially in mine. There's no one to help you in the ring. There's nowhere to hide you. It's one-on-one combat, so you got to be fully prepared every single time.
And was you aware of the dangers when you're on the bike, or did you just try and put them out of your mind?
No, not really, not at all. No, I think that if that comes into your mind, then that's when you stop racing. You know, when I did the Alaman TT racing, which was kind of early on in my career, you know, you knew that was the most dangerous circuit in the world, and that crossed your mind. The last year I did it, I thought, you know, I hope I come back after this, because, you know, it's not really where I want to be anymore. And obviously that was the last race I ever did. I managed to break that record. It's for like 7 years, and I moved on to the short circuits. But I never once crossed my mind that this is dangerous what I'm doing. I think, you know, when that comes into your head, then that's the time to retire. And it never did.
Isn't that incredibly dangerous? Sat on the bike thinking, I hope I come back from this, because the mental frame isn't great, is it?
It wasn't right. No, yeah. It was one time. I was like 24, 25. I went back to the Alaman TT after I said I'd never go back there, and I went back pretty much for the money. To be honest, I was having to run my own team in World Superbike, trying to, you know, make a name for myself, trying to get somewhere. And I went back, and, you know, just before the race, I thought, this is going to be a hard race. This it was Red Hot Day, and it was between me and another guy who was going to win the race. And I just thought before I went out that, you know, my wife was there, just had a baby and that, and I just thought, you know, I hope I come back after this one, sort of thing. But once the flag had dropped, that was it. I was just absolutely nailed the thing for 2 hours and finished second, but took the lap record, which stood for 7 years on the most dangerous place in the world, you know. And I thought, well, that's it. I'm never coming back again. And you know, but it was a bit stupid at the time, I guess. But I'm still here to talk about it now, so it's all right.
It's Freddie Flintoff's World of Sport. Carl Fogarty, Kath Granger, Shantae Harpy and Tyson Fury are with us until 9 o'clock. Russell